This is Tiger Turbulence, uncensored, unleashed and turning the torch up on SFA identities. Episode 27, T. Jaster gate crashed because he loves to be punished and he wanted the hot seat. And at the end of the show, he nominated Blue All Through. So let's see what carnage this guy can release on the show. Welcome, Blue All Through, or as I like to call you, Pull Through. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Tiger. Thanks for having me on here, buddy.
All right. Now, this is how it works. I ask the questions, you answer. If I don't like what I'm hearing, the heat will be turned up and we'll get the smell of bloody burning pull-through. Are you ready?
Let's go, mate.
Right. Now, have you ever listened to a Hot Seat episode?
Never, mate.
Oh, what the fuck? Why not?
I don't have time for that fucking dribble, mate.
You got no time for this dribble. You've never even been on. You've never heard a show, so you're obviously talking out your ass for that.
Well, to be honest, mate, who's got time to sit there for 25 minutes and listen to this shit?
Fucking hell, you should listen to. You obviously haven't listened to a T. Jaster podcast. That's like an hour and a half of him talking to himself. Righto. Now, it's a done deal. You're going to the Bombers. So the question I'd ask is, after seeing you play this season, you've got Bomber written all over you. So why didn't you join them at the start, seeing now as you're such a natural fit?
I really wanted to go for the Roys from family ties back to Fitzroy days. And so the Roys, I really was hoping that would work. To be honest, it hasn't. I'll be leaving, as you know, at the end of the year. I'm fairly committed to the Bombers. I'm hoping that they'll be committed to me. I think we will be a good fit, like you said. I think there's some good people on there, and they seem a bit more mature characters than a lot of the other fuckwits that are going around the suite.
So you're saying you went to the Roys because of Fitzroy, but Fitzroy are fucking dead in the water. They got fucking gone.
I know, and I'm still sad.
Wasn't that some sort of message to you? Like, why would you do that?
Yeah, and look, and I didn't know that, really with the Roys, it was my first year. I thought, well, they'll all be the same as each other. But to be honest, I haven't had as much fun until I was on the playing against the Bombers, and I realised these are the clowns that fit with me,
Well, I noticed you post late a lot or early in the morning. You're sort of one of those sort of night owls, and all the Roys would be in bed, wouldn't they?
Well, that's the thing. I found that I was posting 10 times and I was getting 0 replies, mate.
Yeah, so who actually plays for the Roys? Did you actually get to meet any players?
I didn't actually meet anyone in person. I've made a few friends there, and I haven't got really any minis. When I leave, I'll be leaving on good terms, mate.
Yeah, well, just leave quietly because you don't want to wake the bastards up.
No, that's a good point, mate. Yeah, that's a good point. But then again, I don't know how old you are, but I'm getting pretty old too, mate. So I'm getting nearly one of them anyway.
Yeah. Now, you've been described as crushy light, right? And I can see why. There's a very similar feel the way you go about it. It's like you can be quite amicable, and then the next day, all of a sudden, you're just barging in and they're smashing things and stuff going off. So, I laughed when I saw someone describe you as that. Now, the only thing I think of is he's going to the Bombers, right, next season. So do you think the fact that the two of you being in the same club, there might be, like he might overshadow you or, a little bit too much of the same?
Yeah, look, I'm looking forward to that challenge, to be honest, Turbo. I don't mind Crushy. I think he's got a good posting style, and he does have a dig, and I fucking love to have a dig too. So, I reckon between us, at times, we'll be able to tear opposition to fucking shreds, and then at times, we'll probably crash out on each other too, and we might at times probably not even like each other, but we'll kick goals and keep moving on,
I reckon there's a lot of other posters in other clubs that are just looking at you and Crushy going to the Bombers and just thinking of the Bomber barrage we get now, just thinking, oh my fucking God, what do we got coming?
Well, two of the biggest fucking spam lords in the joint, aren't we?
I love it. Now, and the fact that you do fucking get in there and you do your shit. Now, do you think the Roys are going to be a lesser club for missing, your muscle and the fact that they are a vanilla sort of club? Do you feel a bit, like you may be letting the Roys down?
Oh, I don't think so, mate, because before I joined there, they were what they were anyway, and they've been around for a fucking long time, and obviously they've managed to get new posters in every year. So when I leave, you'd like to think that someone else will step up and, you know, throw in 80 to 100 posts a fucking game and keep the joint moving along nicely. And, you know, old Super Sons, he's really stepping up a gear, and I feel like he's the natural choice to be the next captain, and he'll bring some youth through with him, I'd say.
Yeah, well needed. Now, how many times have you been to Banhammer Prison?
I think it's a couple of times this year. I'm struggling hard to what I can and what I can't say, mate. And I know that some of the mods on there are, you know, ND and that and Blackie. They've had to pull me head in a few times and tell me the things that aren't on. And, you know, I'm trying to get better, but at times I can't help myself either. Though, you know?
Yeah, well, I got banned in week 2, I think, of my rookie season. And then for 5 seasons got banned every season. But what does happen is the mods do desensitise to you. But you have to go to Banhammer a few times before they do it. But eventually they sort of get the stick that you're using, and they let you get away with a little bit more than what you probably get away with at the moment. But
yeah, exactly. No, look, I find that that ND, I think he's slowly starting to warm to me. Blackie, I can't fucking make head to tail. I don't know what he's on about. And Manangatang, well, he just seems like just a decent, nice bloke. So I don't really rip into him too much, you know.
Righto. Now, I've noticed when you post, every now and then, obviously because there's no Roys around, so you're on your own just posting to yourself. You like your food.
I do like me food, mate.
Yeah.
And I love me piss too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I assume everyone needs fucking alcohol to be in the SFA. Although there are, I think, some teetotalers in the group.
Yeah, I've met a few. Yeah. I don't think that Strigo he fucking drinks or. So there is a few fucking lightweights amongst them.
Well, but I've noticed with eating, I think you're a man after my own heart, because you like the chili.
I love me chili too.
And do you like it hot?
Fucking as hot as it can get.
Oh, yeah. Well, I grow chilies. I love them. We can't get enough. Yeah, we grow them because we put it into everything. There's nothing the chili can't go in.
No, that's right. I find it's the most versatile ingredient in your repertoire when you're cooking, you know.
And if everyone ate chilies, it'd be no COVID, I'm telling you. Now, you love your curries as well?
Love them, mate. Indian food's, you know, one of my absolute go-tos, mate.
Yeah, right. We're the same. We love it. Where we live, actually, we've got 2 Indian places near us, and they do really good food. We love it. And you like spice rum?
And I love me ratus. You know, any sort of rum, I'm all over it. Not the Bundaberg and that shit. Although I will drink it if someone brings it over.
If it's free, yeah. If it's free, yeah. Of course you would.
But, you know, that and it's struggling to come to me, but there's some real fucking good drops out there, and I'm always trying to find something that I like, you know. But I don't like fucking around with Coke or dry ginger.
No.
It's got to be neat.
Yeah,
neat or nice.
Why would you put sugar water in it? It's crap.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, well, I'm telling you what, I'll be definitely getting you into my hot tub. If you actually get on fucking one of my web areas and see what I do a hot tub special too, which is where actually the Bombers, ask Antonio Bluevein that when you get there. Pug's been in there, the coach has been in there. I get them all in my hot tub. So you'll make a good addition, because I like the Bombers.
Antonio and Metal Crusher said to say hello. They just said that, you know, well, Metal Crusher said to me that, you know, you're 245 kilos, but you're not very large around the girth area or something like that, he was saying.
No, because it's all muscles, well packed. Don't you worry about that. Now, I've been talking about the Bombers and the Roys. I want to talk about Furies. You and Jack Barrow.
Yes.
You don't seem to get on real well with each other. Everything I see is basically fuck off.
I don't like at all.
Why not?
I don't like his fucking he's sucking up bullshit.
How's he suck up? Jack Barrow, he's a good guy. We get on. He's actually a real tough nut. He doesn't
is he?
Absolutely.
Well, look, maybe I've put him in the wrong tree, and I'll have to give him a bit of time of day. But for the moment, mate, I'm pretty cut and dry sort of fella. Like I don't like Mr. M. There's a few in your mob that, you know, I don't really like.
Yeah, but why not? Because most of them probably don't like you either. But what have they done to you?
Well, I think a few of them are fucking report mashers. You know, they don't mind smashing the button and get me in Banhammer when they can.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, that's just between me and you what I think, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm surprised because I would have thought because Jack Barrow's he's a pretty straight black and white sort of poster. Like he just says it as he sees it. So I thought you would have actually appreciated his style a bit more. But I noticed, and he's pretty much the same with you. Like he doesn't mince it with you either.
Yeah. Look, I think because it's my first year, I've probably offended a lot of you Furies because I pretty much from our first game together, I had a real run-in with Sturgeon Hate. And, and from there I thought, well, those two are fuckwits. And, then I suppose the rest of the clowns just fucking followed suit and started digging into BLUEALLTHRU. And I love it. I just love the challenge. So, instantly I put up a wall where I just say, fuck yous, I hate yous all, and let's go.
I think once you get to know people after a few seasons, you'll see a different side to people. But they probably just, I would say they probably just took you as a fucking idiot that's barged in and they basically told you to fuck off and you've told them to fuck off and it's just a...
Yeah, definitely.
Righto. Now, Stegoe you're talking about before. Now, you stated that whatever Stegoe touches is like an out-of-body experience.
Who was that, Tiger? I missed that.
Remember Stegoe, little lamb thing?
Oh, Stegoe, yeah, mate. Yeah.
Now, you stated whatever she touches is like an out-of-body experience.
Yep.
So, where were you touched?
Well, I haven't met her in person, and I just imagine this gorgeous blonde, 30-odd-year-old that's, cooking with an apron on in the kitchen, and she just cooks up a splendid feed, and you'd have to help yourself, wouldn't you?
Geez, I just picture the actual what she's got there as the picture. Doesn't that do it for you? My big cotton woolly sheep, the black face. Gee, that's where I'd be going. Righto. Now, you've posted Natural Disaster as a flog.
Yep.
So, he's obviously going to be the new admin. So, what's your beef with him?
At first, like I said, I think me and ND are coming around. But at first, I just thought that I was obviously going to Banhammer. He seemed like the man that was sending me there. So I just thought straight away, well, fuck, you're not giving me the time of day. You're not giving me any fucking room to move. You're onto everything I fucking do. How about you look at other instead of just fucking coming down, with the hammer on me. I realise now that fuck, maybe I was fucking at fault a fair bit there. I was
you think maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I've thrown a few barbs around, to be honest. So I've got to cop what I cop.
Yeah, absolutely. Righto. Now, Basti described you, another Fury, as the third best amongst a pretty okay group of rookies at the Roys. Now, do you think that's a fair assessment, or do you think he probably overvalued you there?
So I'm the third best out of the three that joined this year. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think he's another fuckwit too. Yeah, that guy, him and that Mr. M and their fucking fan club, fucking just shits me to fucking tears.
What? You're a bit upset we weren't allowed to join them? Is that what happened?
No, I never want to join it. I don't see why you need to fucking create these fucking fan clubs where you can, fucking jump on each other's fucking coattails and pretend you're a fucking top shit, because between them, they're both fuckwits.
So does it piss you off?
I think it does well. It pisses me off to the point that I don't go near it.
Well, there you go. So I think you're achieving a result.
Well,
not only is it pissing you off, you don't go near it. So it's like a double win.
Yeah, look, from them, well played, Yeah. And I'll obviously, with those two, I'll continue to give those as much shit as I can.
I don't think they'd expect anything else.
Yeah. So third best rookie, that's absolute bullshit. I'd say that Super Sons obviously has been fantastic, and me and Rob who is probably one of my favourite posters on the whole Sweet FA. I'd say we've been equal second, mate, or equal third, however you want to put it. Righto.
Now you told PM Bangers.
Yep.
You've given up Yeah, well, you said you're giving up your God-given right to something more and are now reduced to grovelling for some putrid wannabe fame. So I did the same thing when I read that. I laughed. Now, do you think his motivation is chasing awards and he's a trophy slut? Have you heard of Okie Doke?
I haven't heard him. I've only seen a couple of times where he's been mentioned, so I don't know the guy or the girl to say this.
You can't sort of, I was just going to say, is PM Bangers like a young Okie Doke who lives on his CV? Every time he comes in, his defence is, I'm the greatest player ever played, here's my CV, and he actually posts it like a page of fucking shit.
And what do you think of like that, Turbo? To me, they sicken me with that bullshit.
Well, it's living in the past, isn't it? And it's not actually addressing the person in front of you. It's like if I went into a ring with someone, I say, "Oh, I want to hold up a belt and say, see, I used to fight well," and that's going to tell me I'll protect me. I don't know. Yeah, I don't get it.
No.
So, PM Bangers, what's your problem with him?
PM Bangers.
People like him. He's a popular.
I know they do. And look, I'm learning that the suite is full of a lot of different characters. You've got your librarians, your fucking nerds. You're decent blokes that you want to have a beer with. So I try and put them in two categories. People I'd want to have a beer with and people I wouldn't. Now, PM Bangers, the few that we've mentioned from the Furies as this potty's going on, they're not people I'd want to have a beer with. You sound like the sort of character I'd like to have a beer with. And I don't know Elton's, John Wigg and Ned Flanders. They don't have the time of day for me, so I don't get to know what they're like. But, obviously in a few seasons there might be a few more there that I'd like to have a beer with. But Sturge, definitely, I wouldn't have a beer with that. He's just,
really?
I did listen to about 5 minutes of a potty once you did with him, and he just sounded like the most monotonous fucking nerd that I'd ever met.
Oh, Sturge is going to be loving this. Getting dished out by you.
He's going to love it. Rookie.
Yeah, he's going to love it because he has a lot of respect for rookies and all that. He doesn't. He has a lot of respect.
So I'm not going to make any mates out of this, am
I? Possibly not, but it's all good value because what it's going to do is they're just going to say, yeah, well, that reinforces what you thought of the dickhead. So, yeah, you just – and once you go to the Bombers, you're going to probably upset more people, I'm thinking, because you're not only going to be doing what you do, but you're going to have a whole team behind you doing the same thing. So, it's weird, I don't know what, but I love it, and I look forward to it. I certainly know there's a lot of people won't be. Now, you like telling Ted, Doug, Chris who you want to play on and where to select you.
Yes.
Has that been working for you? Does he actually take any notice of you?
Well, the last week when we got done in the final, he did what I said. Other weeks, I haven't really asked. So this was the first week where I said, listen, mate, Rodney's fucking cleaning the opposition up. Put me on him, and I'll put a stop to that fucking nonsense straight away. And obviously...
How'd that work for you?
Yeah, obviously that's come back to bite me on
the ass. Okay, now, you go hard in the match thread, and you like to bang heads.
Yep.
Now, who are the tough guys or the people you perceive to have the tough guy persona that you've come up against? Only to realise they're just soft cocks. They're not.
Shit. First year, it's been a bit difficult. No.
Is there anyone you come up against that you thought you're going to have a red hot go with, and you'd be disappointed with what you got back?
Well, I think myself and that Smarty Powers, I started wanting to have a crack with him, but then that went quiet, and I think he just conformed to the fact that I'm better than him. What else? Who else was there? I haven't got really anyone, Turbo. Sorry, mate.
No. Well, you wouldn't have come across Brab.
Brab, I've heard of him.
Yeah, infamous. Like, absolutely goes hard into a thread. And he's a guy I always wanted to go a bit with. And I tried to antagonise him all the time. And he normally would bite into something and then he wouldn't let go. And that's what I wanted. I wanted him to bite 245 kilos of love muscle and let's do this. And he never did. He just ignored me just ignored me. And I thought, wow, okay. And it didn't matter what I did, he would not come on me. So that was one of my disappointments for a hard man. Now,
you know what? Sorry, mate. Just before we finish on that, I think that the hardest thing is with me is because I drink so much is I forget the that I fucking started to have a go at. And then
yeah. So all right, so not the fake hard men. Have you got any, who are the people you think are legitimately the hard men in the SFA that you reckon do hold the stance that their persona?
Yeah, obviously, you couldn't look any further than Crushy. I find him just a fucking, he's just seems like a straight down the line fucking tell it how it is sort of a bloke, and and plays a hard man stance in the game. Who else is really hard?
So I agree with that. Though Crushy's the real deal. He is what he is. He's
yeah,
and he's been on my podcast too. So I've actually spoken with him, and yeah, he's legit. He's a good guy.
Other than that, mate, like I say, I haven't got too many people. I've got a few people that I like to talk about, but as far as hard men, I don't think there's too many going around in the SFA.
Yeah,
I think,
what about the Bombers then? They've done a bit. What about Miggs? Do you like him?
Again, me and Miggs have never said. We said one thing to each other. I think I told him to fuck off in a match thread, and he actually liked it. So I thought, well, fuck, he's not that hard. But then Antonio was letting me know one day. He said if you met Miggs in real life, you'd want to walk down a different alley. So maybe I fucking threw a barb at the wrong bloke there, to be honest.
Oh, no, they're the ones you want to go for. I like it.
Yeah.
Now, you've described Blackie as not being a team player and hiding in corners. Yeah. So what's going on between you two?
It's very limited experience with me and Blackie. I think he's had a couple of words to me when he's sending me to Banhammer once or twice. But other than that, in match threads and all that, when I try and get him to engage and fucking actually have a dip and crack in, he seems to fucking shirk the issue, and then he'll jump onto some other fucking thread that's going around on the board and talk shit on there for a while. Well, to me, when the games are on, the match thread's the most important place to be.
So you don't just accept the fact they don't like you, so they're not posting to you?
No, to me, if you don't like me, there's other that you can crack in and have a go at. You can just avoid me. You look at your mate T-Jaster. He's just got me on ignore, and that's fine. We both know where we stand, me and him.
Fair call. Now you call Noobs or Loser, which again I like. Now. Has he stitched you up by running out on a shout as well?
In real life, no, but on the match threads, there's been a few times where we've been talking about piss and all that, and I don't know if he's another teetotaler or not, but he doesn't seem to engage in the alcohol discussion, which I like to have on a very frequent basis.
Well, I think the fact that he does consume alcohol, and he has done it with other SFA players, but he doesn't pay. That's his problem.
Oh, is he really that fucking tight ass? Is he?
Yeah.
I'm gonna love when I talk to that again.
Oh, he's into Miggs for I think Miggs is owed about $200 in bar bill.
That poor.
Yeah. So what do you do with that?
Yeah, well, I feel sorry for Miggs.
Now. You seem to have a huge man crush on Filthy, right? On the Filth Wizard.
Oh, the Filthy? Yeah, I don't mind that guy at all.
Oh, well, I'm hearing it now. I'm just hearing that purr start to come out of you. So,
yeah.
But have you noticed he's actually trying to avoid you?
I noticed that.
You have noticed that?
Yeah, I have, and
right.
And it's sickening because here I am trying to befriend someone and actually try and get someone on side because I don't think that I've got too many friends in the whole school.
Oh well, you can probably say that.
And you know what? I don't even know if that'll improve over the next few seasons. But one thing I do promise the whole suite while I'm here is that I couldn't give two shits. I'm not here to fucking lick stamps and fuck spiders.
So with Filth though, are you going to move on? Or is it just exciting you more and going to add to your obsession with him?
You know that where you want something that you can't have to mate.
I figured you'd be that sort of bastard.
So I'm just going to keep on fucking, throwing carrots at him and seeing if he'll have a nibble,
Yeah. It's like I got my teeth into that squib ace Andy because he wouldn't come in the hot seat. He wouldn't do what you're doing. And so I just couldn't let it go. I just kept going and going, and now he's left the SFA. I'd probably.
Do you reckon that you were part of the reason for him?
Oh,
leaving,
I think I probably spoilt some of his enjoyment. Yeah. So, not that I'm laughing with that. I feel very deeply sorry about him. I'm concerned about him and everything else.
You sound it. That's great.
Yeah, I am. That's compassionate. Now, we've talked about how many people you don't like and that, and we've talked about who's tough and who's not. So, who are the players you do like? Like, who are the players that you think it doesn't, whether it's because they're stupid or whatever, you look forward to getting into a game thread because those people are there?
Well, I'd say, like, from the Dragons, I've always liked that and he's only new, that T2B. He just seems like a larrikin. Yeah. Who else? I don't mind, is Ashman OG. I think he seems like a nice bloke. Just trying to go through them. I mean, there's a few. Obviously, the Bombers, I like nearly all of those ones there.
Well, you won't want to like Santos at the moment, though, because he's not there anymore for a while.
Well, is there something happening there that you'll have to fill me in?
I haven't seen him. All right, I think he's out for about 10 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was going to say I do like Santos, and I was going to say down the track I'd like you to get him on for the next show. But that's a pity that's happened to him.
Well, you can name him because he can come on the show. He's not banned from coming on here. I'm like Switzerland in the SFA.
You reckon you can cut through all that red tape shit?
Absolutely. I can get him on here. No problems at all.
Okay. Well, other than that, when we go back to blokes a lot, obviously a teammate of mine, Rob R., he's been fucking great value all year. Great. He's at least liked my jokes and put up with my stupidity.
Is that just frightened, or he actually legitimately is all right?
No, I think he just thinks, I think he just likes to have a laugh when he gets up in the morning, he reads my posts and goes, look at this fuckwit and what he's doing,
Yeah.
So he's good. From your mob, look, I didn't even really know you before today, but you seem like a fucking decent bloke. Who else is out there that I'd like to mention? Obviously Filthy. I've got a lot to
Filthy. Oh, Filthy. We play that Stalker song, I'll Be Watching You from Police.
Yeah.
That can be your theme song.
Exactly. And probably one of my real favourites that's just climbing through the ranks, and I love to have a crack with him, and he just seems like a top bloke, is good old Genghis. I think I think he hits the drugs pretty hard between me and you, but he seems like a good laugh,
Yeah. No, he's all right. I like him too. I've liked him. I liked him when he was only Blind Eye and all his Tiger God and everything else he's gone through. I reckon he's got to be a cross-dresser. He's got to be.
Yeah, I think you could be onto something there, mate.
Righto. It's time for Fact or Crap. Now, how this works is I ask you 10 questions. All you've got to do is go fact or crap. There's a lot of dumb pricks in here. They're all dumb as dog shit. I just need you to be able to prove that you're smarter than some of these other idiots. Now, the lowest we've had is 3. So the one thing you don't want to do is get lower than 3. All right?
And who was that?
I'm just pulling up my list now because there's so many people coming on this show and being dumb. Yeah. It's just a list of dumb people. Right, here we go. My dumb people list. Right, 3 was Sturge, who you've mentioned.
You beauty.
Clark M. And Grand Uncle Horry. So they're 3. If you're lower than them, you actually are the dumbest dog shit prick in the SFA. So you've got to get above 3. Then when you get into 4, you got Basti, P and Bangers. 5's Genghis, Tron, Miggs, and the halfback. That's that halfway park. 6 is Footy Guys and Jack Barrow. So Jack Barrow you're bagging, so you want to get that. And T. Jasta was 6 as well, so that'll put you on top of the Fury. 7 was GWS Goose. And then 9, Agent 93, and 10, Serial Thriller. So Serial Thriller's sitting on 10. I'd love someone to get 10 so I can bring both of you on the show and do a playoff.
Yeah.
I reckon that'd be fun. Right. So here we go.
Let's go when you are.
And no typing on the computer, no fucking around, no taking your time. Sturge actually was a cheating prick when he come on. You could hear his keyboard typing in the background.
Yeah, fucking nerdsy.
Yeah. These are all basic questions that anyone in the SFA should know. Here we go. For an adult man, the total amount of air held by the lungs after a deep breathing is 8 litres.
Crap.
It is crap. There you go. You're already on your way. Serial Thriller, be worried. This could be the man. Right, here we go. Question 2. The first microwave oven was introduced in 1967.
Fact.
It was a fact. Did you know that?
No, I just guessed.
Yeah, good. The fortified wine port was developed by the Portuguese.
Fact.
Crap. Isn't that amazing? The first alcohol question, and you get it wrong. The first alcohol question. I like it. I was actually wondering if you'd get the alcohol one wrong. You can still get 9, which is Agent 93. That's not unrespectable. Okay, here we go. Route 66, Malt Whiskey Trail, and the Jerusalem Corridor are all famous highway routes.
Fact.
It is a fact. Well done. I can do a playoff for second place. I'm happy with that.
I'll be happy with that too.
In fact, I might even bring Serial Thriller in and see if he wants to go for a best of 3. And then...
Well, we better hang on yet. I'm only on fucking 3 though, aren't I?
No, I got to talk you up.
Okay.
Here we go. Queen Victoria was the first British monarch to visit China.
I'm going to go with crap.
It was crap because the British were colonising all them and ripping their shit off well before her. All right, I'm laughing at. You've only got 1 out of 5 wrong. You are.
I'm doing really well with the 50-50s, aren't I?
You're doing really well. Here we go. Most people actually start off really bad and then they just sort of get it. So here we go. Now you like food, so you'll get this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Roasted beetle grubs and fried cockchafer grubs are 2 beetle dishes found in French and Japanese menus.
Let's go with fact.
It is a fact. Well done.
Fucking hell.
You're a smart prick. You've actually got some brains. Here we go. Ever been to America?
Never.
Okay, you might get this right then. I think the more you know, the less likely to get these things right. So here we go. In Carmel, New York, male citizens will be fined for wearing in public a jacket and trouser pants that don't match.
It's got to be crap, surely.
It's a fact.
Fucking hell.
I was hoping you'd get that one because then people would have been sitting there going, oh, you're stitching us up. You've given him the answers. So that just shows that I haven't. Right, here we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you've got 3 to go. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, which will put you in 3rd place. So if you can get the next 3, you're 3rd place. That's certainly not shoddy. Here we go.
I'll be ready. Yep.
A quire, I'll spell it, Q-U-I-R-E, a quire of paper is larger than a ream of paper.
Fact.
Oh, that's crap, buddy.
Fuck.
The wheels have come off, haven't they?
They have, mate.
You're sobered up. I think that's the problem. You're sobered up.
Yeah, I'm sober.
Well, there you go. Righto. A terrapin is a type of lizard.
Fact.
It's crap. Oh, you're fucking...
The wheels have come off. The wheels have come off, Turbo.
You got 1 left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at the moment you're sitting with Genghis, Tron, Miggs and the halfback. And you're going to try and get up with Footy Guy and Jack Barrow. Actually, if you don't get this right, that makes Jack Barrow, Footy Guy, T. Jast, GW Goose, Agent 93 and Serial Thriller smarter than you. T. Jasta smarter than you.
This pressure is fucking unbelievable.
Fucking hell. Do you like the movies?
I'm not really, I don't go to them much, mate.
All right. Well, we'll see how you go with this one. Most people would know this if they're movie fans.
Okay.
The real name of the canine star of the classic Lassie Come Home was Pal.
Crap.
It's a fact!
Oh, no. Oh, fucking no.
Oh, Jack Barrow and T. Jasta are smarter than you.
Oh, what a...
And you did so well. You got 5 out of the first 6. Like 5 out of the first 6, and you got the last 4 fucking wrong.
I started believing my own hype.
Oh, exactly. So what, did you start touching yourself there about halfway?
Well, Yeah, I did have the hand down the shorts.
See, obviously when your little head's taken over from the big head. Righto. One last question. Let's see if you can get this one right. Who would you like to see in the hot seat next?
I'd love to see Santos, mate.
Santos, righto. We'll see if we can break him out of Banham prison. I've been to Banham a number of times, so I actually know a few ways to get him out, so it'll be all right. You heard it, Santos. We're coming to rescue you, buddy. And I know you got the kahunas. I just hope you still got the kahunas and they've been taken off you by one of those big bastards in the bathroom. But anyway, we'll see what happens with him. I think he can hold his own. Until next time, this is Like a Turbulence turning up the heat.